Hey everyone, as always, hope everyone have an amazing day. 3 things I am thankful for. Basketball goals. Hold on a second, car coming. Let me see. What else? Basketball goals, basketballs, and courts. Okay. Well, anyway, I wasn't gonna do a video today. I thought about it earlier, changed my mind, and I was like, you know what? Let me do something. And yes, I got a bump here and one on my neck. I had a piece of cake the other day. I had like that much, and this is what happened. Okay, and some coffee. I just gotta drink some water. I'll be fine. But anyway, I didn't come up here to talk about that. So this morning, I was talking to my son, right? And he be talking about different things. And you know how, like, we was watching one of these kids affirmation videos. One that I put in one of the videos a long time ago. And in the video, there were some kids. It was the 3 black kids, and then one had angel wings, and they was in the clouds. And he was like, if they supposed to fly, he was like, you can't fly in the clouds or something like that, he was saying, right? And because they was sitting on the cloud. And he was talking about it, and he said that doesn't make sense. You can't sit on a cloud. And I was like, so even though you can't, just reality wise, even though you can't sit on the cloud, you can't create a video that shows someone sitting on a cloud. He said no, because it's not right. I know he's testing me, because my son does this sometimes. So I was like, so even though you feel like that's not possible, why you cannot create something to make it look possible? And then, hold on, I have like 3 vehicles that's coming straight towards me. Give me a second. People. So he was talking about it, and I was basically saying, so even though you may not believe that people can be able to sit on a cloud, why a person cannot draw or put an animation or create something for people to still see something, even if they don't believe that it's possible? And I was talking to him about it, and then later on, he was doing something, and I think he had put his hat, he has this, I call it toboggan. I don't know why I call it toboggan, but you know the little cap. And he just set it on top of his head. And I was like, why you got it on top of your head like that? That's not how it goes. And I paused for a second. I was like, that's basically what he just did to me. It didn't make sense. So it's like, at the same time, I literally had said something to him that he visually could see that doesn't make sense. And I'm like, but it can make sense if someone can create it. So he put the hat on top of his head, like laid it flat on his head, but he didn't put it all the way on. And he walked out the door like that. And I was like, why you have your hat on like that? So, vehicle, hold on, y'all. So, it made me realize, like, that's the problem sometimes we have. That's the problem we have sometimes. We either get to the point where we feel like something's not possible, and then when somebody shows us what that looked like in real time, it make us look like a fool too. So, and it made me feel like a fool, but it made me look at things at the same time. It's like, wow, I get what he was saying. You're telling me that if I'm giving you truths and facts that something can't be done, and that is not possible to be done, but you're telling me that it is possible because you can see somebody create it. How will you know the difference between something that is truthful and is in your face compared to something that is a reality that's truthful and in your face? Same thing, different story, same concept. And see, that's the thing in the world. A lot of times people don't know what's the truth because That's why people believe lies, because a lot of time even a truth can still look like a lie, and a lie can still look like a truth. And we talked about that some videos back. I think I'm gonna turn around. Yeah, I'm gonna turn around. And so what I'm trying to say is this: always, as long as something positive, always continue to believe. Even if it's not something tangible that you can touch or feel at the moment, but if you can visualize it and create it in another concept, do that. A dream is still a dream, even if you can't touch it. So say, for example, like this hoodie that I have on. One day, someone didn't think that you can create a shirt that had a hood on it, right? So maybe they drawn a picture of it. So in order to acknowledge it, they had to draw a picture of it to the point that they can actually create it to become real. So that's the thing in this world. And what getting me to this point is this: after that, I left the conversation alone. You know, he got on the bus or whatever, and I left it alone. Then later on this afternoon, not right before I start this video, I saw a video of a parent talking to their child. And their child is underage, but they was like, I want to purchase this item, right? But they was like, I'm not of age yet, but I'm gonna put my name down for this item, and then by the time I become of age, then I will get the item. The parent looked at the child like, oh, okay. Hold on one second, y'all. So the parent was looking at the child like, oh, okay, whatever. And it made me think about it. It's like, but the child is really adamant, like, even though I know I'm not of age yet, I'm going to prepare myself now. So by the time I get there, not saying how he's going to do it, but by the time he gets to that point, he's going to try to accomplish that goal. The thing about that in life is this: when we are as kids, maybe we can sit back and say that we can be able to wrap a rope around a cloud, and today we can't see it, but if we can visualize it and we can create it, it still could be possible. Sometimes our visions are so far ahead that people tend to stop our growth because they can't see the vision for themselves, because they can't feel it for themselves, or because they are past the age that the child is talking about receiving those gifts. They feel like, well, if I didn't receive it at that time, how can you receive it at that time? I don't want y'all, or even kids, to get to the point where you feel like your visions are lies. As long as they're positive, and as long as you're not doing anything to harm or hurt anyone, continue believing in your vision. I don't care if it looks crazy. Maybe it may not be something that you could tangibly be able to feel, but maybe you still can create it in a form so people can at least get the idea of what it is that you can visualize. Don't allow anyone, not even myself, to tell you that your dreams are not possible. If you believe in it, strive for it. It's no different than if you had a reckless life and you know that you believe that you can become a better person. Keep believing, even if it doesn't hit the mark, even if it doesn't hit the time frame. And maybe your vision may not come this round, maybe it'll come next round. Along it's positive, along you are thinking of something that can be of growth and progress, and not something that can take away from anyone. Kids, I want y'all to know that all things are possible, even if you can feel it or even if you can see it. I'm going to tell y'all, some things are not meant to be ready just yet. So allow yourself to get in the preparation process. And parents, be mindful when y'all get up here on these platforms and y'all trying to show your kids, in one sense, you're like, you bragging how your kid's thinking, but you don't realize that your response is tearing them down at the same time. You got to remember, these are memory books. And you don't want to be the first person that tore down your child idea before they even got a chance to get it out on the road or out in the streets or however. You have to be mindful, because the first critic that they go through is you. outside of themselves. And it's already enough that they trying to process the thoughts. It's already enough they trying to process their imaginations on what they see compared to what the world thinks. Hold on, y'all. So be careful how y'all respond to y'all kids. Your facial expression says it all. Your tone says it all. The way you communicate says it all. I don't care if you have the money or you don't. Do not be the first person that sit back and down your kids for something that they are thinking of or they want to have in life. Motivate your kids, even if you can't see it, even if you don't understand it. There's plenty of times my son could come up to me and he was talking about a lot of different things. Even if I don't know the answer at the moment, maybe I do know the answer, I don't dog him out, I don't put him down. Because maybe he sees something that I don't see at the moment. So I sit back and say, okay, all right, I believe you. I must continue believing until there's a reason for me not to believe something is possible. Now, if you can prove and you can provide the facts that it's not possible, then that's something different. But I'm going to continue believing. It's no different than my journey. From a kid, I've always believed that I was going to be able to change the world. I always believed that I would be able to help millions and billions of people to come to a better point in their life. I believed it so much as a kid that even when people told me it wasn't possible, and even though I didn't have the funds, I didn't know how it was going to happen, I don't know where it was going to come from, I didn't give up on my dream, even though I had critics everywhere. Don't be that person that when people go back in the memory books and think about how they say, oh, 10 years ago, this is what I said, and look at me now. Don't be that person on the other side sitting back and down in that situation, and now you looking crazy at the end. At the end of the day, we all have dreams. We all have aspirations and things we want to do in this world. I don't care, from a kid all the way up to the day you die. Everybody wants something to be done. Don't down somebody else's vision because you can't visualize the dream. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.